Okay guys, Terry from Rock Hill Bigfoot here. It is Wednesday, December 29th, and it's the morning. I'm about to head up into the Uwharrie National Forest to a spot that been invited to go with a friend of mine. Been some activity there, and I've always wanted to go check this place out. So I'll document everything as best I can. There's some rain scheduled. Don't know if that's gonna interfere with anything or not, but I'll get back to you as soon as we get back. We'll see what happens. All right, Rock Hill Bigfoot here. We are up in the Uwharrie here with some friends in a place that's a little bit weird. Had some activity here before, so we're gonna hang out and see what happens tonight. We'll be back with you. Who knows? We'll see. All right, guys, Rock Hill Bigfoot here again. Sun's going down. We heard what we think could have been a distant howl. Don't know. Could have been a dog. We don't know. It was way off in the distance. We're on top of a ridge overlooking a valley, and then we've got a higher ridge just behind me. I don't know if you can see it right there. So kind of a nice spot if anything wants to observe us. This would be the place. Rather be a little lower down. Usually they like to have the high ground, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, sun's going down. We're probably not going to have a fire tonight, just because there's not a good spot and the woods are really wet. There's not a lot of dry wood around, so we'll be okay. We've got some lights if we need them, but I think we're just probably going to sit here dark and see what happens. And that's it for now. I'll bring you back whenever something happens, or at least to give you a report when we head out. Take care. Okay, here's another shot of that ridge, just so you can kind of get an idea of where we are. It's good, a little bit higher than we are, so that would be a good vantage point. If anything is there, they could peek down on us if they wanted to. Again, we're not going to have a fire tonight. We're just going to sit here dark and see what happens. So we'll see what happens. And there's our buddy Cowboy. Hey, Cowboy. He is a great squatching dog. Alright guys, kind of a tip for you: keep your backpack up off the ground so it doesn't get wet, doesn't get bugs in it, and you can get to it when you need it. Just strap it to a tree with a stick. Here's another shot of that ridge. Would love to go over there one of these days and just see what's going on. I have not been over there. That'd probably be a multiple day hike. That's a little further away, and that'd be a nice little climb. Okay guys, Rock Hill Bigfoot here, still in the same place. It's very quiet. We're expecting some rain to come through. There's a front coming through any time. It is dark. We are in the woods, and we're just kind of waiting to see what happens. I'll bring you back if anything goes on. Alright guys, well, I am back in my vehicle, and we had a storm front come through that we couldn't take a chance on. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning now, and it's just one of those things. We were on top of a mostly granite knob. It was one of the tallest areas around, and didn't want to be there when thunderstorms came rolling through, so we made the decision. Had several storm fronts come through. We were watching them on radar while we were there. we made the decision to pack it in early tonight and come on home, and actually came out between two storm fronts, walked out of the woods and got back just in time to catch the front end of the first front coming through. And the second front is going on now, and it's storming. So, I think we made the right call. We didn't really have any other activity going on. We had a lot of fun. I want to thank Johnny Jackson for inviting me up there. We had another guest with us that I'm not sure if he wants me to mention his name or not, so I'm just going to say we had a special guest with us, and he had a good time. I'm looking forward to coming back. And this is the way research is. I'm not going to hype you up and get y'all excited over something that didn't happen. Research, a lot of times you have nothing happen, and occasionally you'll get a nibble or have something happen. We had some activity there in the past, so we went back again this time, had nothing this time. We may go back 4 or 5 more times and have nothing, but on the 5th time you may get something. And that's how research is done. So, I'm disappointed that I don't have anything really to show you. We did have a great time because we were just sitting in the woods, and that's always a good thing. I would encourage anybody to go out and do that. The woods are a great place. Just be safe if you do. Don't take any chances. And again, that's the reason that we packed up tonight and came in. Sitting on top of a granite knob during a thunderstorm is probably not where you want to be. So yeah, we're out of the woods. I gotta get home, so I'm kind of bleary-eyed right now, and I'm probably babbling. I'll do a wrap up in the morning when I'm a little more coherent, but just wanted to let you know we'll be going back. Had a great time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the morning. Okay guys, I'm back. Boy, what a trip. Wet. That's the only way I can describe it. Wet. It poured raining. It was just crazy. I'm back at home after the trip. It is Friday, December 31st, and I'm just kind of doing an after-action report, I guess, for you. It rained like crazy. Not just a little rain. We had thunderstorms that came through, and holy smokes. Fortunately, one of our folks with us had brought a tarp that we were able to set up and get under and just kind of wait it out. We were watching the bands of rain come through, the storms come through on the radar on our phones, and we kind of picked a spot where we seemed to have the best opportunity to get out of the woods in between the breaks of the fronts that were coming through. We almost made it, but towards the very end, about the last quarter of the hike out, the skies opened up and it just dumped on us. Lightning was popping and thunder rolling in the dark of the woods. Probably, gosh, I don't even remember what time it was. Could have been something like, I don't know, 12 when we started to get out, and by the time I got back to my vehicle, I was so soaking wet. I was just happy I had my poncho on even, just happy to get in and get warm. So it was a lot of fun. We did enjoy it. I wasn't able to film a whole lot, again, because of the rain. We did have something interesting happen, though. Cowboy, the dog, Johnny's dog, that he takes out in the woods with him a lot, Cowboy alerted to something that we never could figure out what it was. And this was actually before the sun went down. We were sitting up on the bald with the light still going, or sunlight still there, rather. Excuse me, I'm still getting over all of this. We were sitting up on the bald. The sun had not gone down yet, and Cowboy all of a sudden started this slow grumble. He went, sat down, and looked. He was like laser locked on to something that we couldn't see. We never could figure out what it was. We didn't hear anything, didn't see anything, but he started his low kind of woof, woof, and kind of growls. Never really did any big barks, but this is basically how he alerted the last time when Johnny was there and had some activity where they actually heard and saw something. So we don't know what that was, but you know, that was interesting. So we just kind of continued into the night. Did hear a couple of noises that could have been howls, but could also have been dogs way off in the distance. So we can't really, can't really count that as anything. But we had fun. Anytime I'm in the woods, I really have fun doing that, and was hanging out with a couple of friends and Cowboy. So, I'll count it as a win. But again, that's how research works. Sometimes you get something, a lot of times you don't. You're just sitting in the woods. And I'm not gonna say something happened when it didn't. That's just not what this channel is about. So we'll be going back. Thank you guys for sticking around. Hope I didn't ramble too bad on this, but I just wanted to give you kind of a wrap up of what happened. We'll see you next time. I've already got something else planned, and we'll get the details hammered out and give you some information. So keep watching. I'll keep posting.